I mean, westfjords are a special place. They're a little bit different than the rest of the country, and it's hard to explain how they're different. It's I mean, there are some things I can say, like it's like everybody thinks of Iceland, they think black sand beaches. And in reality, not here in the westfjords. We have red sand, yellow sand, looks more like Bahamas than the rest of the country. So, and then you have the fjords, these sharp mountains. So it is the oldest part of the country. The nature looks different, but also just the vibe. The people are a little bit different. Not in a bad way, actually in a really, really good way. It's this great combination of just raw nature and amazing culture that makes the westfjords different. I run Visit Westfjords, which is the DMO, Destination Management Organization for the Westfjords. You will see a lot of tourists in summer, but close to none in winter time. And we want to balance it out a little bit. We want a little bit more usage of hotels. We want a little bit more people travel here during the winter and enjoy this place during the winter, because it's, you know, it's beautiful during summer, but during winter I kind of like it more. There is this old myth about how hard it is to go to the westfjords, but in general, traveling in Iceland during winter is a challenge. And it doesn't matter if it's the westfjords, it doesn't matter if it's the north, it doesn't matter if it's the south or the east. Weather can happen in Iceland. It's the perfect spot for that, the nature lover. You know, somebody who loves to photograph the nature, you know, whether it's the wildlife or just the waterfall or... Actually, a funny story that came to mind. So once I was driving here, this is before I moved here. We were driving here to visit the in-laws, and the kid was sleeping in the back, and my wife was sleeping next to me, and I was driving. And I looked out on the fjords, and I saw a couple of whales in the ocean, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then suddenly I saw an eagle flying up, and I was like, wow, nobody's gonna believe me. And the wife is sleeping, so nobody's gonna believe me. But that's one of the magic of the westfjords. And there are so many whales around that it's a magnificent experience. It is not as quick and hectic as it can be in the capital. It's, you know, you have a little bit more time, and you have a little bit, time slows down.
Spend so much time in the darkness, and I don't feel like I miss the sun, but when I see the sun, then I am like, oh, I really missed you. So growing up in Venezuela is very different, just very different from being in Iceland. I was born in Caracas, so it's the capital city, and the way that Iceland has inspired and shaped my writing, I think I cannot even put it in numbers. It's been huge. I think that Iceland has played a big role. I found myself being very obsessed with the darkness originally. You know, I came and I would be writing and counting the minutes like tomorrow we will have this many more minutes of light. And then I did what I do best, which is like I put it down onto the paper. So I started to write, and then I started to write like this very dark, that experience made me connect with the darker sides of my past and my life, and it sort of became natural. So it was like opening a vein, you know. I was just immediately started writing. So I have like this tug of war, and I mix both of them, and I include both my life experiences in my writing. The winter here is such a gorgeous, heavy thing that you are completely immersed in it, and I really like it. I would not say that I ever feel lonely. In the westfjords, I think one of the strongest things about the community here is that it's very small, but it's very tight-knitted together. So we all know each other, and we are choosing this place. That also matters to me, to choose the place, because that creates a different layer of love for the place. Here in the westfjords, we're surrounded by mountains, right? So the risk of avalanche is always there. We put a lot of effort into making it safer. There are measurements, you know, like there is like an alarm, and the police just lets know if there is a risk of avalanche, but the town does close several times during the winter. So one of the things that I always get asked about my people is about the wonders of nature in Iceland. And we have the whales, for example, and they are just all around us. It feels like such a gift to be able to see the whales. So that somehow puts you in a place of appreciating the wonders of nature.
Town we are in now is roughly 300 people, and you feel in a small town like this that every person is very important to keep the society going. In a small region like this, you cannot be only a user. If you're going to have something happening, you have to take part in it. My friend can be leftist and my other friend is extreme rightist, but we are all friends. And you know, this doesn't happen so much, is my feeling, in the bigger towns. And I think like the most important thing is to have this open communication to get the best out of the society as a whole. The magic that is around us in this region, it's like you sometimes feel that there is something more without seeing anything. You can feel the power from the nature. Sometimes, you know, it just pours over you as a feeling. The nature is very rough, and it can both be safe and dangerous at the same time. It's like we have no animal, bugs or anything that is dangerous to ourselves. So what is the danger? That is human error in the nature. In our blood, that we are always using the nature. We look at the nature and we try to protect it, but take what she is giving us to survive.